The how-to on how to fingerprint. Let's get started. Hello and welcome back. So this has been a crazy topic that's been floating around the internet, is how to fingerprint at home. And if you need to get fingerprinted, this is how you do it at home the correct way. Fingerprints can be rejected, so you need to get the best prints possible. Now, what I suggest if you are printing yourself at home is to print 3 cards, okay? Now, it's super simple. What you really need to know is, here's your blue and white fingerprint card. This is what you need. Any blue and white fingerprint card. That's what you need, okay? Now, it doesn't matter what the ORI is, because they honestly won't even look at this. If it's blank, if there's something on it, all they care about is your fingerprints, right? And obviously to make sure the information on the top part of your card is correctly filled out. Now, if you flip over your card on the back, it literally has step-by-step instructions on how to roll your own prints. Boom, right? So here's just what I'm going to tell you is, first of all, get fingerprint ink. Don't get just the washable ink, because it doesn't lay on the prints or the ridges the correct way. You can pick this up at, go online. They're $15 for a little small one. That's completely fine if you're rolling your own. What I do is, since I teach concealed carry classes, I have this set up. Now, this was only 150 bucks. Okay, if you purchase it online, it's $150, or I will put it down below so you know where to purchase this. Now, you do not have to have this set up whatsoever, but for the best prints possible, what I recommend is to get a spot where your fingerprint card is secure. So once you lay your card in here, it clicks in and your card's not going to be moving. Because if you're moving and you're smearing, that's not a best print that you could possibly get, okay? So I'm just going to kind of show you how I do it. I do have a little bit of background with fingerprinting, and I do it frequently, almost every single day. So hopefully that I'm up to par with all the fingerprinting. So this right here is just a perfect print ink. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like. So perfect print. Okay, now what you want to do is, here's your finger, right? The bottom part, so where your first line is on your finger, okay, the first line, you want to print below the first line. Do not cut it off, because what they're looking for is everything in the middle plus the ridges. So you have to print from nail bed to nail bed, and then below this line. Okay, so this is kind of what you want printed, from nail bed to nail bed. Okay, that goes for the thumb as well. So I will just hurry and show you really fast. Now, if you have really dry hands, if you are a mechanic, if you work with your hands all the time, your fingerprints have obviously maybe rubbed off just a little bit. So what I recommend is washing your hands with warm water, making the ridges of your fingerprints raise a little bit, or using Perel hand sanitizer and just rubbing your fingerprints. This is going to help raise those ridges so you get the best prints possible. Now, if it's still really dry when you fingerprint yourself, I'm going to put a link below to this lotion that is amazing, and it will help you get those ridges raised. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'll come a little bit closer. Okay. I'm going to fingerprint this way. So remember, just make sure that you fill out the information correctly on your fingerprint card. So last name, first name, middle name. If you don't have a middle name, obviously leave that blank. Make sure you sign your card. Then also make sure you sign it, because you are the official taking the print. Date it. You do not necessarily need to worry about the last 2 boxes right here. But citizenship, fill out. Your social security number, fill out. Sex, race, height, weight, eyes, hair, place of birth is state and city, and then your date of birth needs to be filled out. Now, once all of that is completed, make sure that your fingerprint card is secure and it's not moving, because if you smudge, you should not be smudging your fingerprints. You should not be tapping, okay? You want to make sure you're rolling your prints, okay? That's what they want. Now, remember, these can reject, so do at least 3 cards. Okay, so you're going to take your right hand first, and then obviously down below it's going to have a guideline for you. So it says R thumb. That means right thumb. Okay, so I'm just going to take my right thumb And I'm gonna make sure that I can fingerprint that easily. So, nail bed to nail bed and just roll, okay? Now, index finger, same thing. Nail bed to nail bed and roll that son of a gun, okay? Now, from here, roll it, an even print. Okay, ring finger is super hard to do, okay? Fingerprinting yourself in general is really hard, so just keep that in mind. Even if you need to roll your finger, that's probably the best option. Okay, then move it up so you can get your left hand. Okay, all right, left hand, here we go. And then you want to go to the 4. Now, the last 4, you do not want to go like this. Do not do this. You want to go up and down, okay? So it matches the consistency with your other fingers, okay? With your fingerprint text, it's really awful when your fingers are like this because they can't really they can because a computer will do it for them, but at the same time, it's just easier if it's consistent, okay? So if you print like this and your pinky gets cut off, just print 3, then ink your pinky and put your pinky up here. So this is what it will look like. If your pinky cuts off, you print the 3, you get your pinky and you print that pinky, okay? It doesn't have to look like your real hand, okay? They just care about the fingerprint. Then get your thumb. All you have to do on the bottom ones is just press, that's it. Okay, so since my pinky does not cut off, I'm just gonna go all the way up to the top, press down firmly, and then pick it up. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my thumb. Just like that, okay? Now from there, you do have ink all over your fingers, so make sure you're not touching your face. Go wash your hands, use Perel, whatever you may need to do to get this ink off, okay? Pretty simple, comes right off. All right, now, let me show you a few things about your card. So, this one, this is a bad print. Do you know why? Because the ink is not even, okay? Now you can still see the swirl, which is fine, but I would call that a bad fingerprint. This right here looks a little smudged, right? But they can still see this. So, so it's right little finger. They come down here, they're gonna see it, okay? So this is why you wanna stay consistent, okay? Now, from here, this is why you wanna make sure you're printing at least 2 other cards. So if this one does reject, you have the capability and ability to submit a new one. So this is how I fingerprint. Let me just tell you something. It's just how I do it. Now, you might find a new way to complete this task, but at the same time, you want to make sure you are staying consistent. Make sure you're rolling and not pressing. So pressing would just be up and down. Make sure you roll it on the 2 lines, then down at the bottom, that's when you press, okay? Make sure the ink is even. You want to make sure that they actually look like fingerprints, not just globs of black ink. That's not what they want. They want to make sure that they can actually count the ridges. Hi, babe. Hi, babe. Okay, go get a toy. So that is basically it. Please let me know in the comments below if you need help, if you have any questions, concerns. I will put links below so you can get fingerprint cards, fingerprint ink, and a whole bunch of other stuff to help you with your fingerprint needs. Hope y'all stay safe, and I'll see you next time on my channel. Make sure you subscribe. See you later. Gotta use that Perel. Okay. Coronavirus be gone.